Hey everybody, it's Christy with Christy Artistry. Thank you for joining me tonight. Before I start tonight's video, I wanted to show you the dry results of the redo of the 3-color Dutch pour. While I lost a lot of the blue again, I'm happy with the result because look at all this gold in here. We have so much gold, and there is some red and there is some blue, but there is a lot of gold in here, and I think it's pretty. I have asked for some comments on it to see if you like this one versus the other one, or if there's any other things that I could have or should have done different on it. Just let me know. So tonight I'm going to be working on a little tiny canvas. I am going to be working on a 12 by 12 square canvas because I want to try a little experiment with black, white, reds, and gold. And I want to try it on a smaller canvas before I put it on a 20 by 20. If I don't like it, then I'm not going to put it on a 20 by 20. So let me get the camera pointed down and we'll get started on tonight's video. So I'll be right back. Alright, so here is our 12 by 12 canvas. It is tiny. I'm so used to working on such bigger canvases. But again, I would just want to experiment with something on here. And if I like the way it turns out, then I'll try it on a 12 by 12 or a 20 by 20 is what I kind of wanted to do because I bought some 2020s for that. So I'm going to just use my Blickrylic white mixed with Floetrol and water, my Loft black mixed with Floetrol and water, and then the colors I'm going to use is I'm going to use alizarin crimson again, just because I like how this dries. But on top of that, I have a little bit of this Loft garnet, and I want to use that just to get some shimmer and some shine on there. But I'm also going to use my metallic 24 karat gold again. I think that between these 3 colors with the black and white, I think it'll give us some interest. So again, this is just an experiment and we're going to see how it goes. Alright, so my thought was I'm going to take this white, I'm going to take this black, and I am going to do kind of a double pour here. So I'm going to kind of do it this way. So I need to start the white, and then start the black, and then intermingle them. Okay, like so. I think that should be plenty. Alright, so now we've got that portion on. Now, to that, we are going to add the crimson, the gold, and the garnet. So I'm just going to... I still got to fix that tip, don't I? Oh yeah, it's jammed. Alright, we're going to pour it off. I was going to clean that out the other night. I forgot. Okay, now I got to be even more careful. So we're going to pour on crimson. We're going to add our gold. Okay, and then I'm just going to add some of this garnet, like I said, to add some additional interest, but I'm going to try to keep it more along the red for some shimmer and shine. Just some accents, like so. Not too much. Alright, now we're going to torch everything, and then we're going to blow it out. Now I could have tilted it, but I kind of wonder if I should tilt it. Alright, let's let's torch and think about it. If I tilt it, I will keep probably more of the interest. But if I blow it, I could get some really interesting wave action. What to do, what to do, what to do. I'm going to tilt it. I think we're just going to tilt it and see what happens. So I'm going to do my best to tilt slowly and keep it so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay. I know when I get it up like this, it's really hard for you guys to see, so I'm sorry. I'm going to go this way, get that corner. I'm going to go down, take care of that corner now. Take care of this corner. And then we're going to start stretching. So I'm going to stretch this out. And what I'm doing is I'm just letting it roll off the canvas kind of naturally, you might say. And then I'm trying to stretch out some of these areas, hence why I'm pouring it off. Like so. You can see that. There we go. Like so. To create some interest in the composition. Okay, now I'm going to bring it down and then bring it this way a little bit. Now what I like about tilting these, there we go. See, isn't that pretty? I think that's really pretty. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to set this off to the side, let it calm down a little bit, and try to clean up my hands a little bit. Jeez. I got a little bit of red on me. Just a little bit of red. Okay, so, okay. And then all this paint that's left over, I don't want to waste this paint. So I'm going to scoop it up, and then I will be right back to show you the final painting. So give me a second and I'll be right back. Then I'm going to clean up as much as I can here. And then we'll bring the painting back and let it finish dripping over here. So I did get some cells popping up here. I'm going to torch that again. Two things that I don't know if you'll agree with me or not, but two things. One, I wouldn't use the garnet again. And two, I don't think I would use the gold again. And the reason I'm saying that is, yes, I got a lot of shimmer. If you'll notice in here and here, there's a lot of shimmer. But it's really yellowing and taking away from what I would have wanted as far as gold. So I think if I do this again, I will do it on a larger canvas, but I will use black, white, red, and I think a blue, maybe a blue, because I don't I don't really care for the gold. If you see, it's not really spectacular on this one. If it was all over the place, yes, it would cover, but now my white and my red over here is turning to pink, which I don't like. So I'm going to see if I can get rid of some of that, or if we've already lost it enough to that it isn't going to go. It's slowly going. Very slowly. Patience, that's what it is. Patience is a virtue. I don't remember who told me, but someone when I was younger told me that I have way too much patience. There we go. And I always thought that was a good thing. Evidently, whoever it was didn't think so. Okay, so we kind of got something that's interesting. But again, not thrilled with the gold. Don't like the way the pink and the white and the red turn pink. So I would rethink the colors. But the design is kind of what I had in my mind. I wanted something that was, you know, just a design, not anything in particular. So that came out. But Yeah, I think I'm going to try it again with some different colors. Definitely want the black and the white. Maybe it will just be black and white. I don't know. But I have a bunch of these little canvases, so we're going to try them again. All right, so I'll grab the camera and show you this one close up, and you can tell me what you think of it. I will be right back. So, again, this is our 12 by 12. We did the red, gold, black, and white. And now we're going to do the, we're going to do another one, but I'm going to use more black. I am going to use Ultramarine Blue. I'm going to use the 24 karat gold. And I'm going to use a little bit of white this time. And then we're going to see what happens on this one. Let's see what happens. I'm going to do it a little bit different too. I'm going to add a lot of the black first, and I kind of want to, I think I want to actually flood it with black. So I'm going to flood it with black. Sorry, my voice is going. All right, so I'm going to flood this canvas in black. And then we're going to add our other colors. And then we shall move everything around and see what we can get out of it that way. I just didn't like how the gold on the red one, turned so yellow and made the white that pale yellow color. I didn't really care for that. I know the edges will be covered when we pour the rest off, but I'm just trying to get a base on the sides so that everything rolls down nicely when we get that far. I think the blue and the black are going to look good. I just don't know if I'm going to have the same problem with the white, you know, graying out our black, because I would not want that to happen. All right, so we've got a good base. We don't want too much, but we want enough that we can do a little bit of movement, you know, moving around with this. So I'm going to add a little bit more in the center here. Okay, now, excuse me, I am going to add my Ultramarine Blue. Good amount in the center. Then we're going to add some, like we did with the red. Same with the gold. I already like that, but we know that black tends to eat up our Ultramarine Blue. Okay, got some gold, and then I am going to put in a little bit of white. Not a lot. Two reasons. Number one, we used most of it up on our last painting, and number two, I don't want to end up with a bunch of gray. But I do want some white in here. So I like when these come out. It's just, I just didn't like the red for some reason. I thought I'd love that one and I didn't. Okay, so now we've got our colors on. And now we're going to manipulate it around and see if we can get something pretty to come out of this. So we're going to just start tilting. Got that big blotch in the center. Actually, I'm going to cut that. You might say cut that, but I'm going to cut through that a little bit like so. Okay. So now I'm going to roll this around. I already like it better, so hopefully I can keep some of this I love like this section here already. So we'll go to the edge. We'll go to the edge. Hopefully we can hang on to some of that. Yeah. And then we're going to bring it all the way back. Trying to be able to show you what I'm doing. So we're going to tilt all the way to the other corner because I want to stretch that blue and that gold and the white lines out. So we're going to go down to this corner, stretching it as we go, and then we need to bring it back because we did make it over the edge. So now, oh, I like this one. This one is much better than how the red came out. So let me see if I can tilt it. There we go. So now you can see it. So now I'm just bringing this part back to the center. And I didn't put too much paint on there. So I have to be careful because I want to be able to stretch it. Oh, I like that. But I don't want to, you know, there's not a lot of extra paint on it. All right, let me clean up my hands here. Oh, I like that one. See, I would do that on a large canvas because that's really pretty. Now, I'm checking my sides because, as you know, I have a couple spots here that are bare, and I got a spot here that's a little bare. That's fine. No, this actually came good. I have to come over here and see this. I believe this corner looks as if it did not get poured down. So we're going to tilt it down and see if we can get this corner to come off a little bit. I think the easiest way to do that would be just to add a little more paint. Encourage it to come off. So we'll add a little bit more paint there. See if we can get that to complete that edge, that side. So here we go. Yeah, see, we just added a little bit of paint and now we've got some flow here. And we're also stretching this out a little bit more, which I kind of like. So we'll get this corner to dip off, like so. And then we'll bring it back. And I really like this. Okay, so those colors really went well together. Yeah, I would definitely do this in a larger size. Okay, let's tap, get that cleaned up. Get this to run down. And I'm going to take a peek at this side, so I'm just going to flip it around so I can see. Oh yeah, that came out nice. All right. I love these colors together. Even the little bit of white that I put in really is highlighting or accenting some of the other colors, and not too overwhelming either. So what I won't do on the next one is I won't pour the puddle in the center. I'm just going to give the squiggles, and then I'm going to turn it so that we get these squiggles because I really like this. All right, I am going to grab the camera, bring you down and show you this up close, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more. So I'll be right back. So here is the blue one. I actually love this painting. I would do this in a really big canvas, like a 20 by 20 or even a 30 by 30. It is so pretty. So I'm going to bring you down and show you. So of course, you know, the metallic 24 karat gold shimmers, and whatever it lands on top of shimmers. And I'm kind of glad that I have this division where not all the blue is covered in gold dust, so that we get these distinctive blue colors. But I also do love, like right here, where all of the colors sort of mingled and made these beautiful squiggles. I love this. This is really pretty. Now, hopefully it will dry this way, and we won't lose all the blue and the black. Although I didn't put a lot of black on. We know that for some reason blue or black likes to swallow the colors. So I'm hoping that they'll stay up and stay like this, and I hope they stay vibrant. If they don't, then the next time I try this, I would also use a lighter blue so that I would get this reaction when it dries. So this is pretty cool. So let me know what you think about that. Do you agree? Would it be kind of a neat picture if it was on a larger canvas, say a 20 by 20 or a 30 by 30? Or do you like this sort of smaller size where you could kind of just put it almost anywhere? But I would really like to know what you think. Also, I wanted to show you, because all of you know that I am a fluid artist. I do not paint unless I'm, at an art class, following along with a bunch of other people. Well, I ended up getting to do that today. So I'm going to show you my artwork. I'm not sure it's so good, but here is my painting of my tree. So, like I said, I'm not an artist where I can paint trees and stuff like that all day long. I like the fluid art. But let me know what you think about this painting too. It's not quite done, but I thought I'd show it to you. So that's my extent of artwork in there. But until my next video, thank you for joining us. And as always, thank you to my subscribers, to all my new viewers. Please subscribe if you want to keep up on all my videos. And until my next video in 3 days, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Bye.